What's good, YouTube? It's Regs. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this gameplay versus the number 34th ranked player in Regs. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So actually how I got with this gameplay. So if you guys have seen my last video where I showed you guys the team and scheme where we talked about the trio offset. Now I actually was testing out because like I said, I was thinking about making that my main offense. So after the game that you guys seen, I actually came back and I said, you know what, I wonder what would be the best team to use, you know, with this particular scheme. If I was playing Regs, I'm really thinking about making this my main scheme because I really love it. Now I don't love it more than you trips, but it's really up there as far as, you know, the uniqueness of it. So I was kind of looking at receivers, right? So I just kind of want to take through my thought process. So I was looking at, so like I told you guys in the last video, you want to use receivers who have at least like 95 plus speed when you're doing it. So teams I thought about was the Cardinals, because you guys know the Cardinals, they definitely have Ronald Moore, and they have Isabella, who's right at 95. But I was like, I want somebody who has some burners. So what I was thinking about was, okay, obviously the next person that's probably come to your mind is Marquise Brown. So I was like, okay, so what if I go to the Ravens right here, and you see he has 97 speed. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely finna use the Ravens. So this gameplay you're about to see is with the Ravens. Now how I would set up my my receivers, and then quickly we'll hop right into gameplay after that. So I always love the auto reorder. Now what you want to do is actually go back to receivers. I don't know why I moved, but you want to take Marquise Brown and you actually want to put him in the number 4 spot, and it's good because we put Duvernay in our number 1 spot. Now if you want to be normally this is good right here to leave it just like this. Now the good thing is if you want to use other formations, then if you go right here to your slot receiver package, you want to make sure Marquise Brown is right here, and normally they'll put him back on the outside, or you can always just sub him in on the outside, whatever position, you know, whatever formation that you want. Now I just wanted to make sure I showed that. So my receiver core, the way I would do is have Duvernay at number 1. Now you could put Bateman in at number 2 or leave Sammy Watkins. That's completely up to you because you're going to be using all 4 of these receivers right here. And honestly, with Lamar Jackson and then also with J.K. Dobbins at running back, this scheme is really powerful. So let's go ahead and dive right into this gameplay. So you can see we are matched up against Skins Pop 48. Now this guy only used the Redskins. He only used the Redskins. Now I didn't know that at the time, but as this game goes along, you can kind of tell that he truly only used the Redskins based on what he was doing offensively and defensively. I believe I do show you a drive of offense and show you kind of like what he was doing on offense. Now this game is going to be kind of like a full gameplay per se, so you will be able to see you know, a good bit of my defense. You'll be able to see how explosive this offense could be. So right here, Latavius Murray, you know, getting us great animation to start off the game. So we are going to be on our 38-yard line. So teams that I would use this scheme with is, again, would be the Cardinals. Obviously I would use it with the Ravens. I would actually use this with the Panthers because I would put Curtis Samuel out there, who's 95 but close enough. Now I love it with the Giants too, even though the Giants defense is suspect. I really love John Ross out there. So anybody who has 95 plus speed, you know, you want to use the scheme with, because no matter who that cornerback is, when you put them at tight end and you run that little glitchy route that I told you in last video, it's almost unfair because they just really can't play man coverage like they want to. So you tell we got Marquise Brown at the tight end, and then we got Sammy Watkins running our crossers, and then we have Duvernay running our deep post. That's how I love to have it personally. Now this is one of my favorite setups. It's going to force the user to have to read between square and triangle, and we're going to hit triangle because the user was looking like he wanted square. Now the Redskins, actually I know they aren't good like on Madden, like as far as overall goes, but the Redskins are a really top tier team on here. What makes them top tier is because they have speed on offense and they have speed on defense. Now the unfortunate thing is that quarterback can be a little iffy with them. But besides that, they have an excellent defensive line, and they have fast DBs. So the Redskins, honestly, like, they're really tough, especially since they gave Jonathan Allen, and they have Chase Young with stars on them. And they yeah, those two by themselves are just a nightmare. So you can tell what I was doing right here. I was actually moving Ronnie Stanley, I believe his name is. I was moving him inside to kind of help out with Chase Young, but you can still, he still has Josh Allen. So if you wanted to sit in like a 4 defensive front, this is exactly how you use the Redskins, by the way. You sit in a 4 defensive front and you just let those 2 pass rushers go crazy. Now right there, we actually had our blocks hold up, thankfully. So we are going to find the nice dot, and we are going to go ahead and skate our way into the end zone. So really love that route concept right there. That route concept will destroy every single zone coverage, and it also will destroy every single man coverage, just so you guys know. So now, as you guys may know, you may not, if you're newer to my channel, but I really love this dime normal defense. It's one of my favorite defenses to go to because it could be a high pressure defense, or you can actually play coverage out of it. So that's why I like to put my linebackers at the defensive end positions, and my two best pass rushers, I like to put them on the inside. So I have Calais Campbell, and then I also have Brandon Williams, and then I like to actually sub, you know, a defensive end, well, excuse me, a linebacker at, like I said, the end spot. So it works really well. Now right here, he is going to be coming out in trips. Now you guys may see this all the time if you guys are you know, some OGs on my channel, but if not, this is my favorite base trips defense. It works really well, matching everything that we need to match. Now right here, Ryan Fitzpatrick is just, you know, showing off his little wheels. You know, it's Fitz magic, man. Sad he retired, but I didn't realize how many teams this dude played on. So I was on Instagram one day scrolling, and I actually seen a video with it was these dudes. They were fans. It was probably like 10 of them. All of them had a different Fitz magic jersey on. I thought that was actually kind of crazy because I didn't realize how many teams this dude actually played for in his career. You know, so I really think, I ain't gonna say Hall of Fame though, but if they could have a Hall of Fame for like a backup quarterback, he would definitely get that. Like if they gave backups Hall of Fame, I think he would be a first ballot, because this dude's always been in the clutch for every single team he's with, and he never really started right out the gate for any team. Well, early in his career he did, but you know, they quickly kind of put him, you know, second string. But anyways, you can tell my opponent he really wants to sit in Trey flex, and this is actually pretty good gameplay, honestly, because it will show you exactly how good this defense is versus Trey flex that I use, because I use two different variations. It depends on what they're doing, depends on what variation I do. Now this is just levels. No, I don't know what play this is actually, but it doesn't matter, because if you look, there was just literally nobody open, nothing my opponent could do right there, and we are going to get the sack. Now I love moving Patrick Queen to my left defensive end position because I love to put him in a spy. That's how I love to put my fastest player right there, and I put that fastest player in the spot. That's just how I personally do it. Now right there, that 3-rec is actually about to let go of that slant, so I'm actually glad that we have pressure. So that's one of the things about match coverage. Sometimes those 3-recs, they'll actually carry it, but they don't ever really match it unless like nothing's coming across the middle. But I went over that in like a matched out video. So what I normally bank on is the fact that I can actually get pressure before that 3-rec actually lets some of the routes go and come back to the middle. That's how my defense works, at least that's how I bank on it. So right here, 4th and 9, so we just really need one stop. Now right here, he's just gonna run the typical 4 verts with the tight end on like a little drag, and thankfully it's Marlon Humphreys who does have abilities on him, so we are going to be able to get the ball right back. So 3 offset, man. Now also keep in mind, you can run these other plays like level sell and, you know, these other plays, but or what you could do too, you can actually have like a little custom playbook where you put, you know, some, because the Giants playbook doesn't have all the route combos. I believe this is also found in the Redskins playbook. I could be wrong, but it's definitely found in another one, and it's also found in one of the, I think it's found in spread too. But right there, we are going to be able to dissect this defense for the 1-play touchdown, and that route right there is a cover 2 killer. So if you guys see my last video, you already know that it's a cover 2 killer because you would have seen the practice mode version, and that's why I give you guys these things in practice mode. And because sometimes I don't always get to run into them in games. So like for example, when I show you guys beaters where they beat cover 3, cover 2, cover 4, you know, man coverage, when I show you those, sometimes I actually can't run them in game because they aren't giving me what I want. And that's the only time you should run beater plays, when they're giving you what you want. But the good thing about that play is that no matter what they run, you're going to have a read open. So that's why it's actually one of the best beater plays in my opinion, because your opponent will literally not see it coming, because nobody expects that tight end route to actually beat, you know, as many coverages as it does. It's really actually it's really frustrating to deal with, honestly, especially when you have, you know, your fastest player out there, you know, and that fastest player is a receiver, so they can't just put a safety or you know, a corner. And sometimes with personnel, they may even have a linebacker matched up on them, and that's just easy money at that point. So anyways, 4th and 1. Now I thought he was going to run the ball right here, so I actually clicked my right stick in, and that's why that guy was wide open, because I really thought he was going to run the ball. It actually was really great play action, really great play call by my opponents, to be honest with you, because I was for sure it was a run. Honestly, like I was coming to shoot the gap and then come run stuff in. So right here we go, boom, about time, man. I don't remember the last time I got a hit stick fumble, but I could tell you basically all the times that I got hit stick and fumbles. So we do get the ball back right there. So fortunately for us, we're gonna try to go down here and make it a 21-point game. So one thing about me that I learned, anytime I have like a 14-point lead or on up, I actually kind of like to play around and do different things and just see like if I can, you know, what setups I like. You know, I start kind of playing around a little bit, so that I have a bad habit of that. So kind of watch this, right? So we're gonna try to roll out the pocket. Now I'm looking at circle. You know, unfortunately don't have enough time. If I have Russell Wilson, he may be able to complete that, maybe, because y'all know they let Russell Wilson throw whatever he wants. Honestly, like, I ain't gonna lie, that's the only reason I hate going against the Seahawks, because they just let this dude just do amazing type of stuff. So anyways, I seen it in cover 4 quarters. Now this concept can beat cover 4 quarters, you guys already know. So I'm looking at it, didn't get what I wanted. Now that I believe that was a 3 rec. Now I didn't even see it, to be real with you guys. I literally just didn't even see him. He kind of like blended into the shadows a little bit, but yeah, I definitely threw that pick. So great play by my opponent, but I just literally didn't see him sitting across the middle, honestly. So right here, we got to play defense, man. If we give up a touchdown, it's not the end of the world because we are up. So I'm not too worried about that pick. So right here, we're just looking, we're going to lurk the middle right there. We're going to click that right stick in, and then nobody goes. So we're just going to pull them up ourselves. And man, the Ravens defense, you guys already know, man. The Ravens defense is crazy. I could have just sat in man coverage all game, but honestly, if you guys want my honest opinion, I really don't believe in sitting in man coverage. I really hate it. I feel like you don't have to be good to do it, you know. So normally I like to try to play zones and see if I can actually, like, you know, cover everything from a zone aspect, you know. That's just me personally. Now, if somebody's being annoying and I just feel like I can't stop them, then I'll just get in man coverage and just play little different man coverage variations. But it's like a last resort. So if you ever see me run man coverage, just know it's probably because I can't stop the dude and he's actually frustrating me. So that's literally the only time I play man. So right here, we got a nice little concept. I have no idea why he throws that. I believe he thought I was going to follow the slant, but that would not be my responsibility as a safety. So we do get the ball right back. So at this point, I'm feeling good. I feel like he can't really move the ball on me. So at this point, I'm really just trying to just figure out other things I want to do. And have to keep in mind, I didn't know this guy was the number 34 ranked player or whatever. I had no idea. I was literally just coming on here to kind of lab and see some things. So right there, we are going to hit our out route, because versus man or match coverage, that quarter will match that. Or the safety will man match. Either way, the out route will beat man coverage. So that route is really great versus match coverage, because that out route will normally always beat man coverage. Now, I noticed he played match coverage, so I wanted to see if he'll play match coverage again, because X is such a great route to beat match coverage. So notice how we did. I was actually going to load up and throw X, because that is Marquise Brown on who knows who that is out there. So I was getting ready to load up, but kind of pay attention to Chase Young, man. This ended up becoming a Chase Young show, and honestly, it was so frustrating to deal with this, man, because I didn't realize how overrated it is just to use Chase Young and just bully people. And then look, right here, he actually didn't get the animation, but look at R1. I was trying to throw R1, but, you know, like I said, Russell Wilson, he may be able to complete that, or Kyler maybe, but they do Lamar so bad on here. Like, if he's rolling out the pocket, they just make his throw on the run just terrible, you know. So 30-19, we got a kind of bad spot, and I ain't gonna lie to you, really what's got me shook is Chase Young, but at the same time, he's playing quarters, and I know that circle's going to get open. So right here, I didn't even press anything. I was hoping just to eat the sack when I realized I couldn't get outside of Chase Young, but he does do the little strip animation, and yeah, so we gave up a touchdown just like that. So at this point, not even gonna lie to you, I'm a little tilted, so I'm trying to figure out what I can do. So I'm looking at Stanley, and I decided to put him on center and then take him and move him, because I'm believing that he'll be able to get matched up directly on Chase Young, because at this point, I can tell what my opponent wants to do. He literally just wants to play bully ball. And what's making me so frustrated is that he's sitting in the same coverage as match coverage. And square with this route concept is designed to beat match coverage. So square is going to get wide open. You just need a tiny bit of time. And the sad part was I was just not getting it. So notice how right there, like I said, we get enough time. And we are able to hit that route right there, because he's playing the same defense. And I'm calling, you know, so I call the same play that works. It's just you need a tiny bit of time. But with Chase Young, instant shedding, there's almost nothing you can do. Now, I could have been running the ball, so I thought about testing out the run right here just to kind of see, okay, well, can I at least run the ball? So notice how right there we have just a big old gap, and, you know, we pick up literally about 16 yards off, well, 15 yards off that, however many we got off that. So now, one thing personally about me, if you guys rock with me for a long time, you know, I hate running the ball. I literally hate running the ball. I would just sit here and pass the ball, you know, as much time as I can, just because I like doing it, you know. So right here, I'm figuring he's going to play the same defense he's been playing, you know, just cover 4 quarters, move that guy out, and then he's going to just use Chase Young and just try to bully my offensive lineman, you know. So let's kind of see what happens right here. So just notice the kind of animation they give him. Look how fast Chase Young is. Now, I know he is fast in real life, but Jesus Christ, you know. So it's I could understand how he's ranked number 34, especially when he starts playing like this. Now, I just happen to have really good trips defense. Excuse me. I happen to have really good trips defense. Not everybody has good trips defense. But if you guys watch my channel, I hope you guys, have been seeing the defense and trying it out yourself. I actually made a video about Trips tight end defense, so I have a whole video dedicated to it. If you guys are just curious, make sure you look at my defensive playlist if you're curious about it. But I didn't care at all that was Chase Young. I just figured they wouldn't give him a pick animation from the line of scrimmage. Now, if that was Mutt, I would not have thrown that. I probably would have thrown that ball out of bounds. Maybe I would have tried it. Maybe. I don't know. I probably wouldn't even try the thing because Mutt is crazy. As you guys know, Chase Young probably have about 98 speed on there or something, some crazy stuff like that. But anyways, we do get the dot right there. So I really wanted to keep this so bad with Lamar, man. But I noticed the safety told me no, or the corner told me no, but I'll be wanting to keep it just because I got Lamar, I just want to make some stuff happen, man. But I understand how they nerfed him, I don't blame him because, Lamar's really, really overrated in real life, but they can't make him that overrated in Madden, so they gotta do something to nerf my dude, man. I hate it though. Jesus. But anyway, he's gonna be coming out on Trey Flex again, and like I said, this defense is just really, really nice. Make sure you put the spy on there. So I like to put my best pass rush in the middle, like I told you guys, and then just let him go crazy, man. That's all we're gonna do. Just let him go crazy real quick. So notice how Calais Campbell gets a shed, but what's really important is your user. So I love user and safety. So essentially, we're gonna actually fill, the gap that's open. That's all we're looking for when we're coming down with our user, the open gap, and it's designed to not to shoot runs, but it's just designed for them to get about 3 yards, and it's gonna force them to have to want to take 3 yards every time, maybe 6 if they get like a stumble animation that you can't control. That's normally how that works, but nobody really wants to sit there and take that. So right here, he's trying to do a match coverage beater, I'm pretty sure, but right there, we're just literally all over it. It's really hard to beat this style of defense. Now I know what plays will beat it or give it trouble. I personally know that because I use it enough, and then I have different variations if they figure out how to do it, so that's just, that I love playing that little game. So right here, I've really been trying to make this concept work because he's playing match coverage. All I need is just time, but that's the hard thing because if we drift to the left, this cover 4 quarters will get beat basically. But look at X. So I wanted you to pay attention to X. So notice how we have a one-on-one coverage or one-on-one matchup, and anytime you have that, you want to take that shot because you'll be able to pass lead that ball more to the outside, and then Marquise Brown will be able to go run and get it. But it's just like, dang, I don't have enough time, so that's why I actually flipped the play so I can actually have this slant, because I noticed that slant was open on the other side. So he noticed it too, and again, I just literally didn't see that 3-rec. I don't know why I'm just missing that 3-rec. He just kind of blended in right there, but I literally just threw it because I didn't even see him. I looked at the man match and I was like, oh, my in route beat man coverage. Now what I probably should have did was maybe took the running back and put him on a different route to move that 3-rec out the way. But I wasn't thinking, that's all. So right here, I actually messed up. I didn't mean to motion I got over, but I decided to just do a double slant concept and just look at triangle, but just literally just ran out of time, man. And thankfully, we are able to get the ball back. So I am just going to decide to punt the ball away. 4th and 34. I'm up 14 points. There is literally no reason for me to go for this, especially with 1:04 left, because he hasn't shown me he can move the ball not once. I ain't gonna say not once, but he showed me he really can't move the ball, so I have no problems at all punting this ball to him. And if he wants 3 points, he can have it, but I'm not gonna put him in the position to potentially get 7, because I don't really believe he can score on me, Now I know that sounds, kind of arrogant, but he hasn't shown me he can dot me up and down the field yet. He's really only ran about 3-4 different plays, and my defense is designed to beat those 3 to 4 plays that he's running. So just want to see if he'll pull something else out of his hat. What else do you got for me? So he's going to run level sail with a slant. He loved this concept, and right there, we're just going to take that. Like I said, no disrespect, but I just felt like he couldn't really move the ball on me. And we'll take that, So he's really only been running like 2-3 setups. He really only runs like level sail with the slant by the first dude, which is it's actually a really good setup. It's just not good versus this defense that I have, So it'll beat most of your typical zones and typical match coverages. But if you have like a custom match, it'll give it trouble. And just look at Jonathan Allen, dude, just shedding straight through there. That's why I like running the ball, man. That's normally when I try to run the ball. That's literally normally what happens just about every single time. So right here, we're going to take triangle and actually put him on the end round. We're going to take our running back and swing him. This setup right here is designed to just beat every zone coverage. Now, unfortunately, square is not going to be able to play a touchdown because of that streak. But look at circle. I decided to throw that because it's Duvernay, and I don't care. Landon Collins is not covering Duvernay, even though he did man match it. That's fine. Man matching is the best thing they do in that scenario for defense anyways when you have that concept. So regardless, right here, I actually wanted to run the read option, and he just would not let me keep with Lamar, man. I really wanted to get busy with him, but wasn't definitely not gonna be able to. And I know that's probably the first thing he did. I know when I play the Ravens, I try to make sure that's the first thing I do is turn the quarterback, on conservative to where the quarterback will actually keep it. what an optional conservative, excuse me. So right here, I actually love this play right here. Not this one, I believe it's the next one. So we're gonna throw the screen right here. But what I love doing, as you guys may know, if you have like a Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Lamar, if you have anybody like that, a Josh Allen, run halfback screen, but keep it with your quarterback. Now it is like a little glitch where it gives you like a little speed boost, but just do it, because I mean it's so fire, man. Especially with Lamar Jackson, I could literally just abuse that play. It's kind of hard for him, like with him being on the D line. I could have just been abusing that play, because there would have been no way he could have got his defensive line to go outside. He would have had to play on a user at that point, and I could have played that battle with him. But like I said, I don't like to be too scummy on here. Believe it or not, now I know there's no such thing as really too scummy when you talk about Madden and winning, but I don't know, man. I don't like to do kind of stuff. So he tried to get a little too cute with it, and he is going to eat that hit stick. And then now we are going to be set up in great field position, but he's going to go ahead and make his early exit. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Regs, and I'm out.